Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the CRDC. That's Clinton Regional Development Corporation. EICC, that's Eastern Iowa Community College collaboration, where we interview those professionals that are kind of on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. They represent businesses, education, human resource. Today, I'm excited to have with me Kim Brackemyer. Kim is the operations director at the Skyline Center. If you're not familiar with the Skyline, you need to know what's going on there because it's one of my favorite places to visit prior to the whole COVID thing. And I absolutely love what you guys do. So Kim, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you do at the Skyline Center.
Hello, I am Kim Brackemyer. I am the operations director here at the Skyline Center manufacturing facility. I have been with Skyline about 15 years, working specifically in the production facility. What I do here is a multitude of things that I can't even get into, so I'll summarize that.
You wear a lot of hats.
I do, as we all do, right?
So Skyline is kind of the unique operation. Explain a little bit about what you do, what your mission is, and what you hope to accomplish moving forward.
Okay, so Skyline, I'll start back when we began. We started in 1963. We opened up as a daycare for handicapped children. That evolved as those children started to grow. I believe it was in like 1968, maybe 69, I don't have my years correct, that we opened up a sheltered workshop for those children that started to grow into adults, to create some sort of work environment for them. And we also do community living, which is where we help them in their homes, and so much more here at Skyline than just that. But we grew to be what we are today, and I'm specifically in the manufacturing facility, which started as that sheltered workshop. In April of this year, we removed our 14C certificate, which was the ability to pay a sub-minimum wage. So individuals would be getting paid at a piece rate or whatever they're working at. We did remove that. We are now what we consider ourselves as an integrated work facility, the same as, West Rock, Nestle Purina. We do all the same, have all the same rules and regulations. However, what that is inspired us to do is move forward with hiring individuals that make minimum wage or above, that may have a disability, and bring them into the workforce along with many other individuals that do or don't have a disability. That's where the integration comes into play, and we do a lot of co-packing, manufacturing. We even have our own little retail. If you're not familiar with that, we do sell cleaning patches for gun cleaning purposes and for like melt indexers or the scientific laboratories. So even a lot of the area businesses around here order our patches.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I even have I'll go with my wall of hats here. I have a folklore hat right here.
You do, yes.
Yeah, so you do have a nice little retail space there.
We did change the retail space. That's another change we made. Something else we do here is we have a supportive employment facility. So the retail, as you know, a lot of things are going to mail order, and we already explored mail order and have been doing that for many years. So we decided, since the store was not, the location, as you could tell, wasn't exactly the best. So we took down the retail store and transposed it into our supportive employment department, which I'm really excited about. So we have Teresa Dolph there. She heads the supportive employment department. And what they do there is they work out in the community and in various areas throughout, here, DeWitt, all over, job coaching individuals. So we have a lot of area businesses like Quick Star, Hy-Vee. Some of them are employing our individuals, and we go to those facilities and we maybe guide or help the individual where their needs are, maybe keeping on task or what that may be, to help them be more successful in working in the community. And we're really proud of that. So we created what was the retail store into our supportive employment office.
Yeah, definitely adapt and overcome. And you're providing, I always, when I obviously opened up the show, I said I love coming to visit you guys, and I do. And I say this all the time, and I sound like a broken record, but there's often where I go to plants, and then you go to like a packaging department, and you see people just kind of like slowly doing their work, right? They're leaning up against something, maybe hands in their pocket. They're not as motivated. When you come into the Skyline Center, especially in the manufacturing side, and you look down from your office onto the plant floor, everybody is moving like busy bees. They're getting stuff done.
Yes.
These are individuals, many of them with disabilities, and they're just so excited to be at work and so excited to be amongst their friends and actually make something or package something or accomplish something at the end of the day. It really is an inspiring and humbling place to visit.
It absolutely is. That is why I've been here for 15 years. I mean, it's the passion that, moves you forward every day. They're just so encouraged to be here and excited and proud. And I don't know, it's something that makes you proud to help and come to work and try every day to build this place to be even better than what we are, so that we can bring more people and, I don't know, just grow. That's important. I think that's important for the community. And that's our biggest goal, is to build ourselves in and amongst the community and, surround our people in the community with we have a lot of wonderful things here in Clinton. And I think that's important that we all work together. I've found being here for 15 years is a joy. I've met a lot of really fantastic business people in this area, including you.
Oh, thank you. No, and I'm inspired by your leadership and your team, because you guys faced a lot of adversity. I mean, there was some federal changes, obviously a pandemic. It would have been easy for you and nobody would have blamed you if you just flipped off the lights and walked away.
Yes.
But you didn't. You fought and you moved forward and you adapted and you overcame, and you guys are doing well. I mean, I just got off the phone with Shane Buer, who's your executive director the other day, and he was telling me how you have some new projects in the pipeline. You're constantly working. So my kudos to you, because you guys do a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We would welcome you to come in here in September when this place is busting at the seams, and you'd be surprised. So I welcome anyone to come in and take a visit at Skyline. We always welcome tours and anyone that wants to take a check at what we're doing here.
So you talk about co-packing, manufacturing. So what exactly do you do? You seek out those opportunities in partnership with other businesses throughout the community?
Yes. We do work with many area businesses. We work with Nestle Purina, Timken drives a lot of great, manufacturers around this. We pick up anything that, maybe they don't have the time to do and or need help with. We're always eager to find new area businesses, which we have ventured out. We've got some places we're working with, starting up in Dubuque and a few other areas around here. And yes, that's what we.
So if somebody's watching this and they say, hey, I have a manufacturing facility, it's growing, I'm noticing my workforce kind of decreasing, I'm losing people on the packaging side of things, I would love to be able to partner with somebody like the Skyline and push some work their direction. What does that process look like?
They can just reach out, take a tour, give us a call. They can give me a call, tell me what what the project might be. We go out, we take a look. We review every part of the process, and we start from there. So, yeah.
Your website is skylinecenter.org. Again, skylinecenter.org. I strongly encourage you to reach out. Again, some of my favorite people are in those four walls. So let's talk a little bit about the pandemic. COVID hits. Now we're kind of in somewhat of a recovery mode, but we're seeing a resurgence in cases. So how did the pandemic affect your operations there at Skyline, and what did you do to overcome them?
Well, I think, it's something new for everyone, so every day is different. But we began right away with screenings. We take the temperatures. We, invested in the wall scans so that we can just walk in and people don't have to handle the thermometers to take your temperature. So we move through a screening process. We also require masks to be worn, hand sanitation throughout the day, extra breaks if that's needed in order to take those moments to get the mask off, breathe a little bit, wash your hands, disinfect, get back on the floor. We do as much as we can, the social distancing. We've invested in some other things as other agencies have to help, with that social distancing and such.
Yeah, everybody's trying to figure it out. It's kind of, you're in this, earlier I had an interview and we were having this conversation. I said, unfortunately, we're in this kind of like weird middle space here where nobody knows if you're allowed to kind of move towards what you perceive to be the old normal, or you kind of like, or you in the extreme where you're just locking the door and you're quarantining yourself and you're not going anywhere. And then there's those people like myself that kind of ride the middle ground there. I ride that kind of tightrope. But, what do you guys think? I mean, you're taking extra precautions because you probably have individuals that come in there that do have some underlying conditions.
Correct. We have to take those extra precautions all over the whole agency. So there are different steps for the different silos that we have here. However, I think it is important that, everyone, I've been reaching out to the area businesses because everyone is doing it different. Some are doing, screenings, some are doing no screening, some are just doing temperatures, It's just this variety of things. I think it's important to do that, those extra steps, the extra cleaning, the extra sanitation. We have an amazing maintenance crew and team of people here. We talk about Shane. We all just come together and step by step figure this out. And I think that's what all these area manufacturing facilities are doing.
Yeah. Definitely something it's hard to plan for.
It is.
I talked to a large manufacturer today, and they said they had like a very general pandemic response. And this is a large global manufacturer. Nobody ever thought we would have a pandemic, right?
Yes.
It's one of those things you train for. But I am excited and I am proud of our area industry because they have responded. And I do believe that the Clinton area, Clinton County, just a general region has responded like they should have quickly. They've adapted quickly. And the collaboration and the open communication has been impressive as well. And I think that's what's allowed us to kind of ride this storm out.
I agree with you. I mean, there's many area businesses that could just, shut you off at the door, but everyone is very welcoming to each other and sharing that information. That's what helps us get to that next step. I really appreciate that. It's a great thing to have around here.
Well, Kim, thank you so much for joining me today on this short little snippet. We're excited, as always, to promote our amazing businesses we have here. Skyline not being the exception. You guys are great. Keep up the awesome work.
Thank you. Thank you for your time today.
All right, everybody. This is Andy, the VP of Economic Development, Clinton Regional Development Corporation, missing Chris Caves, who's out enjoying her vacation, but she'll be back with us probably next week. So until then, I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.